Hello, everyone. Thanks,
Hey,
Allison.
Anthony.
Hey. I just want to start off by thanking the Guild, Allison, and everyone who's a part of it, and everyone who is here with us today. This is fun. I'm honored to be a part of this first virtual art fair experience. So I'll give you guys a brief background about me. I'm an acrylic artist. I paint with all acrylic paint, and I'm very inspired by nature and all things organic and yeah. So I paint contemporary surreal landscapes, and they're kind of uncanny sometimes, but I always like to focus on the beauty of things and use lots of vibrant colors. So yeah, I just want to welcome you to my studio, and this is where all the magic happens. Here's a painting I just recently finished. I'll bring you guys closer to it. So this is all painted on wood with acrylic paint, and this is just more of a study of my favorite plant. It's a croton plant, which is my buddy right here that was inspiring me the whole time. So yeah, this is where I paint, and I have my website up here, which is where I have my paintings for sale. I also have a full line of clothing, which is what I'm wearing today is one of my shirts. It's really soft and nice. You can see it. But yeah, I'll just show you guys around the rest of the space. So I'll bring you guys around here. This is where my girlfriend Especia works, on the other side of our desk, right here. This is it. And then here's another painting I did. This one's called Hold On, so we should all be holding on right now. And everything's gonna be okay. So this painting, it's a desolate kind of landscape, and it's kind of representation. It's a represent of me and Especia's relationship. Everyone goes through hard times. In this painting, I was just kind of feeling a little in the dumps about our relationship. We're arguing that day. And that's kind of what I created during that experience. But I always like to have a little sense of hope in my paintings, which is why I added this little flower. And one thing I do with my paintings, I'm gonna set this down here. So one thing I do with all my paintings is I'll have it painted, but on the back, I will take all the excess paint that I used on my palette and adhere it to the back, so people who purchase my artwork or own it can see the process of what it took to create the finished product. And I feel like it just adds extra little bit of life to the artwork. And I'll take you guys over here. So talk about, that painting was a little bit more gloomy and desolate. This painting is also a representation of our relationship, and this is called Mrs. and Mr. And what it is, it just shows two flower ecological entity figures growing slowly but surely together. They're barely touching, but only touching in one area. And again, paint on the back of them, and then leaving the palette on the back so you can see all the colors I mixed. And then here's just another example. Here's just another example of me using the wood grain and exposing that and using it to work with my paintings and with my my acrylic painting. All right, this is kind of like the relaxed area in our studio right here. We got a lot of plants to inspire us while we paint and create. But I'll take you over here, and this is where we eat. And then this painting is about the present moment, being in the present moment. It's called Present Moment. And so if you look at it, it has all these flamingos, and they're all kind of like frolicking around, eating and having having their own time, but they're not focused on the present moment and they're distracted and they don't realize that the water's rising. And because the water's rising and they're not paying attention to the present moment, they're potentially going to die. So it just brings to the attention the importance of being in the present moment. And that's what it was inspired by a Japanese print that I saw. The colors I saw in it were amazing. So I took those colors from that print I saw at the restaurant and was inspired to create that painting. And a lot of my paintings, the colors for my paintings are often drawn from you visitors I see at art fairs, like the outfits you wear or the cool summer dresses or the way your makeup looks with your clothes. A lot of my colors are drawn from the material world, whereas a lot of my subject matters influenced and inspired by the natural world. We'll get a little lower here. And here's, we're at the bottom of the forest floor right here. We got a lot of fungus growing. So this is a series of 3 paintings I did, and I will bring you guys up a little closer. So they are kind of just focusing on the forest floor and kind of showing the slow growth, fragmented almost in a frame by frame point of view. So I was just experimenting with these ones, trying to create the illusion or interpret growth in time. So I'll show you guys, I'll bring one up close to you. And these are all acrylic paint on wood. And then again, on the back, I have the paint from my palette. And then I'll take you guys into our kitchen. And then in the kitchen, we have more plants, obviously. I'll turn the light on. This painting is called Glitch. So with this painting, it's just kind of explores the phenomenon of deja vu. So this is why there's 2 cats in there and they're kind of repeating, and there's fish. It's just kind of my own fun interpretation of deja vu. And all these paintings and clothes and everything, I also have prints. They're all available at my website, which is just my name, www.anthonyrbrass.com. And we'll go into here. This is the bedroom. And then here's another painting that you know what, I'm gonna set this laptop down right here.
And Anthony, we can't hear you as well anymore. I don't know if it's because you set down the laptop or what. I can't hear you. Oh, now we can hear you.
That's so strange.
Maybe my mic gets muffled when it gets set down or something.
Yeah. Well, then I'll start again. This is another painting. It's called Frame Rate, and it is kind of an interpretation of growth, and it shows the different stages of growth with these flowers slowly blossoming in segmented forms, with the mushrooms in the background doing the same. And with this painting, it shows the natural wood grain, and it just is married with my painting and vegetation. And what I do when I pick these pieces of wood out, they're all kind of uniquely picked out. And I go to Home Depot and I stand in the wood section and stare at like 2 or 3 pieces of wood for 10, 15 to 20 minutes at a time. And people probably walk by and laugh at me like, what is it? Why is this guy just staring at this wood? But each piece of wood I grab for a reason, because it needs to speak to me and it has to have interesting knots and forms in it. And again, on the back is the extra paint I use to mix each painting. I'm going to set this down. All right. And then, oh, look, there's Especia.
Hello,
There's Sia. She's just working on some design work right now. But here's another painting. This is called The Imprint of Time. So again, you kind of see a repeating theme where it shows the segmented like growth frame rate of something. It was just something I've been working on. It's just working on time and trying to represent time in my paintings. So this one's just a hand tree, and it's growing and it's slowly morphing into this tree and growing into a full-on canopy. I don't know if I lost it, but yeah, this painting's acrylic on wood, and I paint a lot of hand trees, and they mean a lot. They mean a lot of different things to me, whereas they represent the connection between mankind and nature. They are very expressive, hands are. So they tell a lot emotionally, and hands are, they're a big part of humankind. We do a lot with our hands, so a lot of things are in our hands, a lot of things are out of our hands. So I feel like that holds very nicely with our current ecological state of the planet. And then, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my work. I have a lot more work. That was just a few of my paintings that I have currently created. A lot of those paintings are not going to be on my website because I haven't uploaded them yet. They're that new, but most of them will be. And I have a ton of prints available, and I have yoga pants. I was going to wear them, but I felt kind of weird wearing yoga pants. I'm just kidding. But I do have yoga pants. I have swimsuits once it gets warm out. I got shirts. I got a bunch of cool things. And that's about it. If anyone has any questions.
I went ahead and I posted Anthony's website in the chat box so people can link to that there. We'll also be putting it on our website if folks want to go on and purchase some art from Anthony. Now's the time to ask any questions if you have any folks joining us as attendees. And not seeing any questions, I think we will proceed with our schedule here. Thank you so much, Anthony. Like I see your website up on the wall behind you. Unfortunately, it is backwards, of course, with the reflection.
I wrote it backwards because it was mirrored on my screen when I was making it. So
yeah. So we'll link it in the chat box, and we'll sure to put it on our website for folks to get there as well.
Great.
So thank you so much, Anthony. At this time, I'm going to be muting and hiding your video. If you want to stay on and hang out as a panelist, you can stay on and hang out and watch. Once I hide and mute your video, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can just close your window and log in as an attendee or log in whenever you want as an attendee. Okay?
Everyone stay safe and have fun. Thank you.
Bye.